right, so we're down to the last regular season week of the year, and we celebrated our seniors on Saturday, and we had 7 of them, so it was quite a wonderful night for everybody, and it was hard to believe that you're looking at all these players, and some of them were with us for 5 years, so they redshirted. We had 3 of them that were redshirted in that time, and so it's kind of a bittersweet time, but it was really well done, and I know it meant a lot to everybody that was there, and we had a nice crowd that was bidding them farewell, and so you go through that, and you're saying, okay, wait, we're not done, because that's like my mind is still kind of like here, and so here we go, and we have Thanksgiving weekend, and we turn around, and we have Friday night, we're at Purdue, who is a really dominant team, and Saturday we go back to Indiana, excuse me, back to Indiana for the second time in a week, where we'll play them and match it up for the last game of the season. So it's weird, because Indiana and Purdue, we have not seen them until the very end of the season at all, and so Purdue will only play them one time, and they're a team that's kind of right behind us in the standings, and have had a great year, and have some unbelievable players, like physical players, and just really are a force to be reckoned with, and are great at the net. They have Danielle Catino, who arguably is one of the best athletes in the nation, and Sharon Atkinson, excuse me, the right side player, who is also very physical in there, and Stahl, and they just have a really great team, and so it's going to take a lot to get out there on their senior night and get after them, and then turn around and play Indiana on that last final night. So we've got our work cut out for us, and it's that last weekend of the season, and postseason comes after that, and you just figure out where you're at and what's going on from there. The only thing we can do is just really work hard, and it's kind of fun, because I'm watching our team say, hey, we still have to get better, and we're still working, and so really the seniors are a catalyst in that, and the young kids at practice, they were right there at practice yesterday, coming in early and doing all the things that they do normally, so it was great to see, and they're very hungry and ready to get after it. So any questions? Excuse me. Sorry, I've got this cough. I've got the back lung. So any questions?
Looking down your usual starting lineup, I mean, it's pretty much 6 seniors, and Jamie is full of the freshmen there. So as you went through senior night Saturday, and then now with these last 2 games and then the tournament, what have these 7 girls meant to you as a coach, especially with the success your program has had over the last 2 years specifically?
I've watched them grow. You start off, and they're these young, wet behind the ear freshmen, and they actually played a lot. I mean, we were an extremely young team for the Big Ten. Their freshman and sophomore years, and they took their lumps, and they just made some youthful mistakes and that type of thing. But they've grown, and they've matured, and they've become just a wonderful group. They're great people. So to me, that's always a big thing. And they just work their butts off and have grown and just come into themselves and what they can do, and been very serious about their growth as a player. So loved watching all that. I can kid them about what they were like when they were freshmen and sophomores, and now they don't take that personally. They kind of just laugh, and they give it right back to me. So I like that, and so it's pretty cool. It's also cool to see how they've really helped the young ones come through. We had our freshman class. We had a lot of them come with us to Italy. 4 of them indeed that were coming in as freshmen, and they were here early. They graduated early, and so this group has had an impact on the younger players that will take over for the future. And so it's been pretty cool to watch that development and what they've meant, because they understand it's their job to hand the torch over. And they were a young group, so they know what the new ones are going to be looking to in about a year, or not even a year, like a month. So anyway, thank you.
Cathy, you see it in the NCAA basketball tournament for men's basketball, where a team maybe suffers some early losses or first of the year losses with injuries, and they're undervalued when March comes. This is a team that I think you're considerably better today than you were earlier in the year. Because of some of the earlier losses, is this team a little underrated?
Well, I do know that we did not start off with a bang, that's for sure, and we definitely were developing ourselves and what we were going to be as a team, and so we've gotten progressively better over time, and yes, we're playing a lot better now than we were then. But I couldn't speak to undervalue, overvalue, because I don't really know those other teams well enough, except the ones that are in our league. And so I guess we just do what we're where we're at, and we're just going to fight hard, and we're going to do what we can and control what we can control. I think the thing that hurt us a little bit is our strength of schedule would have been helped quite a bit had we gone to the Florida tournament with American there, and that weekend in and of itself would have helped us, and because of the hurricane we lost, that hurts us a little bit in terms of the chance to kind of also have an extra weekend of play that we didn't get. So, hopefully the committee takes that into consideration as they look at our resume and say, okay, you did try to play the number 1 team, 2 team in the country, in Florida, and get out there and play a very good American team and so on. So, I think that's what we're hoping that they look at when they talk about that. But, our team is strong, and, they're solid and they work hard. So, every coach would say that about their team. So we just have to do what we can to put ourselves in the best position, and then just whatever comes from the selection show, we just get out there, or we just, keep climbing, just keep working for another game. So.
Cathy, as you get down into this last weekend here and then 2 weeks out from the tournament, what do you do to try to, I guess, ratchet up the focus or mindset, whatever you want to call it, or do you want them to keep just doing what they're doing and not worry so much, or is it the players thing because you have so many seniors that have been here?
I just know that we came into this week, and I mean, we're just cleaning up some things I think we've gotten a little sloppy on, and just made sure that, we pay attention to those things so that we can be really strong as we get set for next week. And, just what is it, how can we be a little bit more detailed, more specific, handle the ball a little bit better to put ourselves in the best position. I want them to be all out aggressive, and so they came in, and, they just have a presence about them and what they're trying to do. So, but I kind of feel that's how they've been all year. So, like that, and just really look forward to kind of moving on. So yes. All right, guys.